Can you be a mom and an artist? Because let's be real, sometimes it feels like it's impossible. You're exhausted, your time isn't your own, and the guilt? Oh my goodness. Let's not even discuss it. Here's the thing that I've realized is the fact that you're feeling like this, the fact that you're struggling with this conflict, it means that your dreams still matter. And if you're a mother, a new mother, because I am, I want to have a discussion with you. And hopefully you can resonate with this by the end of this video. When I found out I was pregnant, I was distraught. And it was not merely because of the shock itself. It was because God literally told me to shut down everything I had been working on for so long. He told me to shut my business down. And I was so confused because I didn't understand what was going on. And he actually told me to shut down the business before I even found out I was pregnant. And that's a whole story within itself. But in March, at the end of March, is it at the end of March? Yes, I believe at the end of March, he said, shut the business down, sis. And I said, God, what? This can't be the Lord. No, ma'am, no, sir. Because I had literally spent years building my art career and suddenly I had to let it all go. And granted, I understood why. Because God knew, like, I had to focus on my mental health, okay? I had to focus on properly nurturing and growing this life inside of me. And granted, it was my ultimate masterpiece, okay? But at the time, I literally felt like I was losing everything, my identity, my momentum, my purpose. I was struggling and wrestling with purpose, okay? I was really struggling. But after she was born, I kept telling myself, maybe one day when things slow down, I'll get back into my artistry. Maybe when I have more energy, maybe when the timing is right. Can I just express that the timing is never right? I don't know when you're supposed to have energy because granted, I have a 2-month-old and I am expressing this because, girl, things are not about to slow down. If not anything, things are about to the pace is about to keep going, okay? So I've realized that the perfect timing, okay, it never comes. It never comes. And the longer I put my art to the side, the more I felt like I was losing myself. Okay? I'm walking around all mopey dopey. And I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling so depressed. I'm feeling uninspired. And there's this urgency in me that says, my spirit is telling me that it's time to get back to creating. But yet, I am ignoring all of the signs. I'm saying, you know what? Maybe it's because of the lack of sleep. No, it's because you need to get back into your craft, okay? You need to get back into it. And the time is now. It's not when it's convenient, not when it's easy. Now is the time. I had to have a mental shift. A mental shift occurred with me. And I don't know if this happens with other mothers. I don't know if you can identify with this. But my respect for motherhood went sky high. Because prior to motherhood, I used to discredit mothers. Let's be honest. I think a lot of us used to. Maybe not. I'm speaking for myself. I don't know. But let me be honest. I really thought I had an advantage. I thought, well, I have all the time in the world. I have more flexibility. It's easier for me. But in reality, I wasn't getting things done. I didn't have a schedule. I was so confused on what to delegate things towards. Girl, I barely got out of bed because I could just endlessly scroll on TikTok. I could do whatever I wanted to do and I wasn't doing anything. And so now, after becoming a mother, my respect has literally skyrocketed for mothers because it takes resiliency to show up for not just yourself, but for your baby, for your husband, and for all the other obligations and the hats and the titles that we all wear. It takes so much resiliency to show up every day. I've realized that Mothers are powerful. Okay. We created life. Okay. For 10 months, we created this beautiful masterpiece. And that within itself doesn't mean that we stop deserving the life we imagined before. And I need to tell myself this. Listen, I'm not just speaking to you guys. I need to tell myself this. This is literally why I'm here right now. So I can go back and watch this video and stop discrediting myself. The artist that I was before pregnancy, before birth, I'm still that artist. But I have more strength now. I realize what I'm capable of doing and accomplishing. Because birth itself, sis, if you can get through that, can I just tell you that you can get through any and all things that come your way? Okay? Can you believe that? Can you rest assured knowing that that is truth? In Proverbs 16:9, it says, "The heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps." Let's reread that. The heart of women plans her way, but the Lord establishes her steps. This means even when we don't see a clear path, God already has one for you. And your art is not an accident. Motherhood was not an accident. It was literally meant to elevate you to the season that you've been desperately praying God for. Because for the longest, I was asking God, I don't know how to create a schedule. God, I don't know how to occupy my time wisely. I am so lost. I don't know what the purpose is anymore. But motherhood gave me a new fuel to the fire. It gave me a new purpose. And if he's placed both inside of you, that means they're meant to coexist together. They're meant to be together. And for the longest, I've been questioning, can the two coexist? Can they? Yes. Which is why every day when you wake up, you think about these things, okay? They do not go away. You think about your past life and you say, oh my goodness, in the past, I used to have so much time. I used to do this and I could have just effortlessly do whatever I wanted to do. Why did I not utilize this? And you have so much guilt and resentment. But it's not meant to hinder your creativity. It's meant to propel you and say, hey, those feelings are valid. They're true. But where you are today is so much more powerful than where you were then. I needed to hear this message. I needed to show up for myself. And I needed to remind myself that motherhood is not a detour. It is an expansion. Because I used to think that being a mother took away from my artistry, which is crazy because I painted this piece back here before I became a mother. And look at this woman. Okay, I feel this. I know what this means now. Prior to, I didn't understand what this means and how empowered it is to embrace motherhood because it doesn't shrink you. It expands you. You see her? She's being expanded. It deepens your emotions, your perspective, your creativity, and your art will evolve, okay? And that's a good thing. We have more things to create and talk about, okay? Because at first it was just about us. It was just about our lonesomes, our individuality. And now we are transformed into a new individual that involves another individual. And granted, we can connect on a deeper level. And I'm trying to realize that the small steps still count. I have been thinking I can't create anything because I need endless hours of uninterrupted time to create like I used to have in the past. But creativity doesn't need to be an all or nothing type of thing. Okay, maybe it's a quick sketch. I've been watching on YouTube. There's this guy that talks about doing quick daily sketches has improved his artistry, has improved his skills significantly. Maybe that's something that we do. Maybe it's writing ideas down. Maybe it's just writing ideas down, brain dumping. That's what you need to do. It's very essential as an artist. Maybe it's doing that as you are rocking the baby to sleep, or I don't know. Just give yourself permission to be imperfect. I'm literally trying to tell myself this. Give yourself permission to create imperfectly. Because every step keeps your artistry alive, no matter what. Lastly, your dreams are an example for your child. One day our children are going to look at us and see how we lived. They will. Did we bury our dreams? Did we just throw it under the rug and say, you know what? I'm just going to focus on being a mother, because I have been put in those positions, okay? For the last 2 months of my baby's life, I've been saying, you know what? I don't think I can do both. I don't think I can run a business. I don't think I can do the art thing. I don't think I can, because I got to put the baby to sleep and she's crying at the top of her lungs. I have to figure this out. I have to realize that I cannot bury my dreams, because one day I'm going to have to answer to that child. Because when my baby, let me fix this. When my baby looks at my artwork, and you should allow your baby to look at your artwork. You should. She's in a maze, and maybe I'm assuming, but she's just looking at it so gracefully. And she's just like, oh my goodness, admiring who did that craftsmanship. Is that a real person? It feels so good. It feels so good, okay, to remember who I am. Mommy did that. Yes. So did we bury our dreams? Or did we show them, our children, what it means to pursue what God placed in our hearts? Because you're not just creating for yourself anymore. You're teaching your child that their dreams matter too. Okay? So you cannot give up on yourself. You can't. I'm telling you right now, I won't allow you to. So, if you're a mother, let's start a conversation in the comments below. Okay? Let's talk about, how are you balancing both? Let me know, okay? If you figured it out, let all of us know. If you are figuring it out, let us know, because I know it's not easy and you're not alone. And I want to make sure that we support each other, because I need support, okay? I need support on this journey. I'm 2 months in, and I literally need support on the journey. And beyond that, I'm really hoping to do this 7-day challenge where I show up here on video and talk, have a connection. Because if one thing I've realized, I need an outlet. Okay, I'm here with the baby. It's me and the baby. My husband's about to go back to work. He's been on paternity leave. It's going to be me and the baby. I need to strengthen this. Iron sharpens iron. Okay, so this is my outlet for now. And I may not be creating, but I jot down ideas. I am talking. I'm expressing myself. And one day, I will pick up that paintbrush again, and it's already waiting for me. I see it over there. I'm like, one day, I see all the art supplies, and one day I'm going to say enough is enough. It is time to create. So I hope you enjoyed this conversation. I am ecstatic to read tips and tricks that we're figuring out in the comments below. And I highly encourage you to like and comment and subscribe to this, okay? Because this is going to be really good for us. All right? So in my next video, I'll be talking about how this is not rock bottom. This is your rebirth. So join me there. All right.